Hello and welcome to Columbus Local Podcast. I'm Len D'Amico, and this is episode number 130.
All right.
I mean, you know what, man? I'll tell you what. I've been waiting a long time for this episode because tonight is Patrick Thomas Bolich.
Bolich.
I always mess up your last name, man.
It's all good, brother.
Bolich. And, you know, Patrick, you're such a positive influence and supporting force in Columbus, Ohio, with music. And I mean, for me personally, you're inspirational and you're supportive, and you come to a lot of folks' gigs, but you're also an extremely hardworking musician in Columbus, Ohio, and a songwriter. And in your own bands, and you're collaborating with other people in other projects, and you're running sound for people. You are so immersed, you permeate just positive energy throughout the Columbus area, man. And it just it's really a fun night tonight for me because it's kind of personal.
Well, dude, that's awesome. Thank you so much, man. First of all, thank you for having me. I know you've asked me for a long time, but yeah, I just love music, man. And we got a bunch of amazing people around here, and all I want is to be part of the fun. It's a good deal to be around here.
You're definitely part of the fun.
Yeah, I am. I got my hands in all kinds of stuff, don't I, buddy?
You too. Why don't you take us through that?
Okay. So let's see. I guess we'll start off at the beginning here. So I'm currently with Hot Lucy, current
yes.
QFM 96 house band, where I play with, we're allowed to cuss here, right?
Yeah.
3 of the baddest motherfuckers you could ever meet. Okay?
You do, man.
I get to play with Sean Pruden. I get to play with Rick Marlino. And I get to play with Matt motherfucking Bradley.
Shout out.
And,
Shout out to those 3 guys.
Yeah, amazing. All 3 of them are not only fantastic players, but really great dudes. Yeah, when I walked into that band, it was like, it was like trying to hang on to the wing of like an F-16. They're flying and they're going all over the place, and it was an awesome situation. So, like to me, I play with Rick Marlino. That's the dude, right? That guy's a machine. I'm on stage. I know he's laying it down. And
yeah,
it's like
he is,
I'm
man.
following Marlino for sure all the time. Him and Pruden are just like they're like peanut butter and jelly, man. They're just sticking down there. And then you got Matt Bradley on top. He's the icing. He's just killing it. I try and stay out of the way of that band, if I'm being honest. They do a bunch of great stuff, and every single time I play on stage, there's a whole bunch of points where I'm like, oh my God, I'm like right here in the best seat.
And how many years with Hot Lucy?
Shoot, so I think 2019. I think 2019.
That's great.
So it's like
It's great running, man.
This year, something 6th, 7th year. Yeah, and it was just really awesome because, like I said, fantastic players and fantastic guys. So second band, Dirty Red Sunshine. There we go. We'll move to that one. So that's something I put together probably 3 years ago now. A good 20 plus years ago, John Widener, Mike Rock, and Eric Diaz and I had played together in a band. And so we already knew we had some kind of chemistry. So when I brought these guys back and brought in Keith Blair and Jimmy Droz also, yeah, we got a really good thing. We can jam, we can fly, we can do all kinds of really fun stuff. And every one of those guys is just amazing. You've had Mike Rock on here.
Oh, sure.
Fantastic.
Oh,
fantastic
he's
stuff. Shoot,
incredible.
you've had so many of the people. You've had Sean Pruden on here.
True story.
Matt Bradley.
True story. Yes.
No Marlino.
Not yet.
You got to get Rick. Rick's probably
I'm
got more
working
stories
it.
than everybody.
I know, man. But he's the quietest guy of
You know what?
all of you in Hot Lucy, at least, right?
In Hot Lucy, he is the cool, quiet one for sure, man. But I'll tell you what, this guy was in Shock 2. Okay, Columbus iconic band. He owned the Al Rosa days. That guy, he's like I said, I feel privileged to play with him every single time.
Dude.
Rick's the dude, and he has great stories. So you should definitely get him on. You're missing on.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, fantastic. But I just, I'm blessed. John Widener, you know Johnny from Toast, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, That guy's
he's
got soul.
he's on one too.
That guy's got soul, man.
He
just
does.
pours out of him. It's no.
Are you familiar with the term Satori?
No, I'm not.
I think it's a. Don't quote me on this. I think it's a Buddhist term for channeling the spiritual aspect of the moment.
Right.
And that's the best term that I've been able to pull out of the universe to describe the witness of a John Widener performance.
Absolutely, brother. It is a
Like nobody else.
It is he is putting it all in every time. It's just pouring out of him, like flowing like a river.
I feel
Love
every
it.
millimoment that he performs. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, John's got a lot of soul in him, and it just pours out. He's really great. Keith Blair, same way. They're both very similar in the fact that they can just let it go, man, and it just comes out and sounds fantastic. And so to have two guys like that to play off of it as a singer, it's just a pretty good gig to have. It's not that tough. But the real thing is the cake below that. That's Mike Rock on bass, right?
He's incredible.
Fantastic Columbus legend. Just a person who puts music first in his life, and he just, man, every time I play with this guy, I'm like, oh my goodness, look at him go.
It's amazing.
Nonstop. And Eric Diaz on drums too. I mean, this guy's a professional musician since he was 11 years old, pretty much. Toured with Hot Tuna for 5 or 6 years, I believe. And, it's like having those guys underneath, makes it really easy for everybody out front to take off. And then I'm not sure if you're familiar with Jimmy Droz, but this guy has been killing it for a long time around here.
He has.
Once again, a guy who's got a whole bag of tricks, man. He can reach in there and play all kinds of stuff.
He's a recent addition to Dirty Red Sunshine, right?
He's the newest member.
Oh my gosh, he and John together, that is a real treat.
Yeah, it's really a good thing. It's like I said, it's Dickie Betts and Dwayne Allman. They got a good different. They're both really great at what they do, and they're not standing on each other's toes all night. So it works out great for us. I think that when I started this project, I already knew how talented everybody was, and I thought, okay, these guys will probably fit together. But we have had, I think, 2, maybe 3 rehearsals the entire time we've ever been together. We show up, we play different stuff. These guys are all just professionals, and they jam, and it's like, I don't know, it's fun every time I get on stage. So I'm blessed, more so than a lot of people. I get to play a lot of my shows all the time with people that are just way better than me, and the whole time I'm just there like deer in the headlights, looking at them like, what the?
You're not a deer in the headlights, mister. You're a very engaging front man, and it's you're a big part of the show, regardless of which one you're fronting, right?
Well, yeah, true, but I don't know, man.
You're appreciative of your bandmates.
Oh, I just have fun. I'm in the moment, man, because I don't know if I'll ever get to do this again. So every time I have fun, buddy. I love it. Music is definitely something that's changed my life. I wouldn't be nearly as happy as I am. I'm pretty much living the best life I could ever ask for, because I get to play music all the time with people I love. I got a fantastic family. I'm in a great relationship. I have an awesome son. I can't complain about much. I really can't. That's why people say only Sean Pruden outsmiles me. I think maybe he's got me beat. But people always tell me I'm smiling. I'm like, hell yeah, I am. I got a good life, man. I play music in multiple bands.
It totally shines, man. It does. But I'm fortunate too in that I feel like I'm living the same, happiness level. I mean, just things are really musical and happy, and I think I'm feeding off of your energy too, for sure.
Well, I've always said that I grew up playing sports. Music is not a competition. People get competitive and there gets this cutthroat thing. Somehow we've grown out of that. This whole Columbus music scene is full of people that are just supportive and awesome. God, yeah. And I've not only have I gotten on stage with many bands, and bands gotten on with Dirty Red Sunshine and Hot Loose. I've had multiple singers up. You already know. You've been there. You've seen this stuff.
Oh, it's awesome.
But like it's fun to have a camaraderie and a family type environment in a situation as opposed to a bunch of undercutting and backstabbing.
I agree.
And so to have the talent level we have with a bunch of great people, we're freaking blessed, man. That's why I do the jams, the barn jams every year. It's fun. You go out there and it's like you don't know who's going to show up and who's going to do what, but people come up and it doesn't matter. Time and again, people understand someone else is shining. People are all good with letting people get on stage, take the spotlight. You guys, you've had, I don't know how many people here. This is episode what?
130.
130.
Oh, there were some other non-musical special
and some
special
repeats,
guests.
right? You've had a couple of doubles.
But a couple come around it, and they'll be in the peanut gallery too.
Well,
which we did not acknowledge the peanut gallery today.
Oh, that's right. Call them out.
I was all excited. I'm all fanboying over Patrick, but we do, of course, have
Miss Tanya Feeders.
How are you?
Good, baby. How are you?
Glad you came tonight.
Oh, absolutely. I can't leave him unsupervised, so.
He's okay.
True
He's
story.
doing good. He's chilling tonight.
I am. It's a good night.
No one's getting up early tomorrow, are they?
No.
I have a gig tomorrow night. Can't wait.
Nice.
I'm happy about it. And in the Neil Peanut Gallery as well is the one and only Megabeth
Yo.
Beth Newsom Crown and Weth. They're quiet, man.
That's okay. They're chilled out. Beth's in the bed right now, just laying out. It's fantastic.
Peanut gallery.
Dirty Red Sunshine's a lot of fun, man. It's because it's a groove.
Yeah.
And you never really know what's going to happen, but it's always very well orchestrated.
Well,
even though it's probably not.
Well, it isn't, and it is. We start a song having a general idea of how the song goes, but we know that there are places within that we could take off, and those guys do it. Keith and John are both exceptional lead players, and so there are times when they take off to places, and it's great that we have a rhythm section like Mike and Eric that can follow along. It's Jimmy Droz is a benefit to this as well. Jimmy is such an awesome second guitar player that people often probably forget that he's the skill level of a first level guitar. He's the lead guitar player.
So awesome, dude.
And
he's so awesome.
And he's a supportive player, and he has an
really
understanding of layering music. He's a songwriter. All those guys, they just fit in really good together, and I think everybody's there for the same reason, which is we love music. It's not. I don't think anybody's there for any of the other silly stuff there. No one's there for money, girls, drugs, fame, any of that silly shit that you think about. I think every player here grew up loving music and wanting to be, wanting to express that. And so, once again, I'm lucky, dude. I got it good, dude. I have it so good.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And you're doing so much for Columbus, man. You really are.
Well,
you're in I know it's not your you're not like it's not an intentional mission or anything but what you're doing though is we're spreading a lot of love and a lot of love of the music, and for people that could use advice on how to advance their interest in music locally as well. I've seen you help so many people, Patrick.
Well,
you do, and I think it's a natural thing that you kind of do as a person.
Well, thank you. First of all, I appreciate that. Second of all, I wouldn't recommend following my advice. So we'll go there. No, but to me, what I feel like, and this is my opinion, could be way off the wall, but there was a time in Columbus where music was growing and brewing, and things happened. We've lost amazing venues. Certainly the Dime Bag tragedy, unfortunately, happened here. And not only hurt the reputation, but eventually ended up losing the Al Rosa, which was a fantastic venue for a lot of bands. I feel like Columbus had turned from a city that was trying to make new music that was going out into a bunch of bands who were just doing the same stuff. And I get having fun playing covers, but I just think we have an unbelievable amount of talent. So as the current QFM 96 house band, I'm looking ahead. You know who the first house band was?
It was Jackass Genius.
You're damn right. Who's in Jackass Genius, buddy?
Steve Mitchell.
You're damn right. Hold on, stop right there.
Yeah.
Steve Mitchell's in Jackass Genius. Do you know any other guitar player like Steve Mitchell?
No.
That guy grabs his guitar, takes a cable, and plugs it into an amp and rips all night long. Okay, those guys are fantastic. Dave Crouch, Marshall, those guys are they're a fantastic band.
They are.
So Davey McCandlish, that was the QFM 96 band the year prior to us. Okay, so last year, have you seen Rock This Way?
Yes.
Okay, do you know another band that's more professional,
No.
that's more profound? This guy's kick
They're
ass.
incredible.
They can play everything from Led Zeppelin to Journey to modern pop and country songs.
And they're a
they,
local Columbus band.
and they crush it all night, every night. And that's what we're dealing with. That's what we got around town. There's a little band called Clubber Lang. You ever heard of them?
Yes, sir, I have.
Yeah, everybody has. Yeah. So Rob Johnson and John Holman, both fantastic guys.
Monsters.
Have you interviewed both?
Yes.
Both? Okay, so there you go. Those guys,
Incredible dudes.
Saddleback Shark.
Yep.
They were the band in Columbus. I mean, they owned the Alrosa. They were the guys, and they killed it. Magnitude 9. They did that project and went out to Los Angeles.
Yep.
We have an unbelievable wealth of talent all around this freaking place, and it seems like, unlike the days of old, people are put down this cutthroat and this competition, and we're all open. So it seems like the best time ever for me to just like get people and get them together, man. You've seen the Gypsy Kings. Are you familiar?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Jimmy and Sam Huff on the drums.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Marty
And
on guitar.
Marty
oh
on
my
guitar.
goodness, that guy's a killer.
Christy Kemper is a part of
Oh well,
the whole operation, and her influence and her assistance with Columbus local music scene is
dude,
incredible.
they got Kent Wolf on bass,
Yeah,
playing
I
and
know,
singing.
man.
Fantastic
I
guy,
know.
fantastic singer and player. So like all these bands around town, it's like, I guess I just got spoiled. I got spoiled because of Hot Lucy and because of DRS and even Atomic Elbow. I'm playing with great guys. Richard Dell. Okay, when I was playing, like,
I love seeing you guys.
Oh, yeah,
I think
dude.
I've seen all of your
you
shows.
know Charlie Guapo.
I do.
Charlie
Of
Guapo is who I
course.
want to be when I grow up, man. That guy's.
Listen, he keeps threatening to leave Columbus, and we keep trying to
Listen,
keep
the guy
him
plays
here.
drums,
I know,
bass,
he's
guitar.
incredible.
He'll
He's-
sing. He'll fix your car. He'll ride a
He's-
4-wheeler.
he's
He'll
a-
shoot a shotgun.
he's a
He'll fix your
sweetheart
hot
of a
tub.
guy.
He's a black. He's into jiu-jitsu. He'll fold you up like a cardboard box if you talk trash to him. So I love that guy. So I mean, all the people I play with are fantastic, and it's just made me greedy. It's made me greedy as hell, and I'm going to play with them all, and that's what I'm
And
going to do.
you should do it.
I'm going to play with everybody. I'm not done.
Good.
She thinks I'm done with band. She has no idea. I'm just getting started.
That's good to hear,
I got
Patrick.
more. I got more coming, man. I love it.
That's good to hear. So, do you see yourself then as sort of like an incubator of music and creating live performing bands, or recording, or all of the above?
I'm open to whatever. What I want is for people to find their way and to be able to express themselves. So to me, if you're asking me my personal thing, I want to record original music with a lot of these musicians.
Okay.
Because I want to see what comes out of them when they get a chance to create as opposed to copy.
Right.
DRS and Hot Lucy both can not only play a song like the record, but we can go off script. We can go off road. Okay, we can go crazy with it. Well, that's the creative side of music. Not everybody gets to tap into that. I want people to be able to come into a situation where they know they're writing a part. I want them to fit into a song. I want them to find out, what they can do to it and lean into it. But for me, I have fun playing with all these freaking people, dude.
If you have a low risk one, dude, I would love for you to ask me to work on something.
All right, put me
I
on the
have
spot
so
on the
many-
podcast.
Well,
This
no,
freaking
no,
guy.
no, no,
Ah,
You
son
don't
of
even-
a.
You don't even have to respond to that.
No, I love you, dude.
I just don't. You don't even have to respond. I'm just letting you know. A lot
No,
of times, people,
no.
people need to let people know, like you're
I plan
interested.
to. So-
I would love to like do something like that.
Man, as long as I'm
Or
breathing,
find
as long as I'm
areas
breathing
you can
air,
direct me somewhere, right?
as long as I'm breathing air, I'm trying to make music and have fun with people. I plan to write with Beth. Okay, I plan to work on some stuff with her.
Absolutely.
Currently, this is totally off the beaten path. So, well, I guess I should get into the beginning of this. So, I do have a project, all right, that you guys have heard a little bit of, that has Jason Levitt from Distorted Silence on the drums, right? And you're familiar with this thing, okay? It's got Rob Johnson, okay? It's got Davey McCandless singing.
Right on.
It was supposed to have Kent Wolf from the Gypsy Kings, okay? But he didn't make it, and so Joe Veers, the engineer, actually played.
He's a great bass player.
He's a great bass player, and he played fantastic there.
That's cool, dude.
And then we got Jimmy Roseberry. So I mean, I took those. I had those guys come in, and we worked on a song called "She's Running," and they are all fantastic, and it was so much fun. That I got them together again. We have a second song, kind of mostly done and in progress. And I have at least one, maybe two more songs with that group of guys to kind of bring together.
So awesome, man.
Yeah, man. But you know what the thing is? Every one of them is a master of their instrument, but they're really open. Like the way things started on the demo are not how the songs ended up, and that's what I like as a writer, because it's like
It takes on its own life.
it takes on its own life because these guys feel something and they hear something, and it's like, oh, that got better. This feels better. Those guys are all awesome musicians, and I'm like, I want them to express themselves. Like, playing like a robot is not fun, and so I'm gonna keep doing my best to bring in stuff like that. So I'm reaching way outside of the box, and I do have a very new. There's a couple I can't talk about because we haven't started the process.
No, man, that's cool.
And things change. So, like, for instance, Kent was supposed to be in the first session. He didn't show up. If I'd announced it ahead of time, it would have been weird. Things are
Right on.
stuff,
Yeah.
happens.
Right.
But there's
Right.
one I'm currently in the middle of with Sid Alexis from the Austin and Sid
Oh, my
Experience.
gosh.
Who you've interviewed. You interviewed the band, I believe, right?
Yes, true story.
Okay, fantastic. Amazing singer, amazing creative person.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Her fashion sense, the stuff she makes, her stage presence, all of that.
I have some
fantastic.
original artwork from her.
Oh,
she's
she's
just a very creative person.
Unbelievably creative.
Yep.
Austin too. Awesome's a
Yep.
fantastic young creative musician. We need more people like that. Brandon Jackson, the whole band is great. John Zuck, oh my goodness, dude, they got John Zuck on bass. Those guys, they don't even know what they got there. They got a gold mine.
No, they know.
Oh, yeah, you're right. they're pretty sharp.
You listen to their music, it's really cool. Yeah, that's a great lineup, man. No question about
Yeah,
it. But
so-
you're working with.
So I got
with
Sid
her.
coming in
Oh,
and working
man.
on a song and singing some stuff, and a few other people around. I really just want to have fun, man. I'm trying to lean into, like I said when this thing started. Like I'm living my best life, so I'm trying to lean into it while I can. I don't know how long I'll be able to do this. I don't know how available people will be. So scheduling seems to be the trickiest part of it. But the creativity and finding people that I want to work with and that seem into it.
Good for you,
freaking
man.
easy, bro.
Absolutely.
That's the easy part.
Good
Oh,
for
my
you.
gosh.
I mean, what a smorgasbord.
Oh yeah.
Columbus has in front of you.
Well, I'm trying my best to pick, from people that I know that have it in them. Like you'd mentioned, Steve Mitchell. We talked about him earlier.
Oh my gosh.
That guy's got.
Oh,
that
he's
guy's
100%.
It's in him. It's in his hands.
Yep.
It's in his heart. Like that guy can play.
Soul.
If you take the bands from the earlier periods when it was more cutthroat, when things were more like that, we could have never had this thing. Like I said, I'm trying to take advantage of what I feel like is right now. We have a big nest. You're a part of that. You brought all these people together. You interviewed people.
I don't know. I don't know that it was part of maybe it shined a light of natural occurrences.
Not maybe. It definitely shined a light because
Yeah.
people have heard stories, and a lot of these people's stories cross and weave each other.
I know, it's so
That's
awesome.
the crazy part, is that some people tell a story and someone else tells the same story, but it's a little different because you got a bunch of people that have all been in the scene for so long, just doing what they do.
And I've been hammering around out there for a long time as a consumer, right?
Yeah.
And then like a fringe player. And,
Oh, yeah.
And just loving it, man. I just and like you love it. You live and breathe it, and I feel the same passion. And the podcast is just kind of just a manifestation of that personal need to maybe try to do podcasting, right? But to shine a light on Columbus music is passion area for me, and I think it's achieving some of that fruits of that labor.
100%. You're
it's
actually
fun.
Yeah. Well, and you brought a lot of people to the forefront. It's really nice. You've had a couple of people that are great, have just so many great stories. You've had them back for multiple episodes. Was Lars Raymond one of those? Maybe.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
he was the first one.
Yeah,
Lars is number one.
Yeah, you had a couple other, but you had him back. I mean, you've had multiple.
Yeah, in his case too. Yeah, and the first episode was not a great audio production. There was it was the first one. There was some lessons learned there too.
Bugs,
but
yeah,
but
working the kinks out.
Lars really is a great example of a person walking around out there in Columbus like yourself, Patrick. Doing what you do, but you'd never really necessarily know.
Well,
And drinking the coffee next to the guy on all the awesome music that these guys, and Lars, he's one of those guys too.
But Lars has fantastic stories and experience through the
Podcast
heyday
material.
of living in Los Angeles, coming back here. He's been through so much, and he's seen so many things. It's like the Mike Rock situation when you had Mike on. Same deal. So much experience, so much life experience that other people never ever get to walk. And so just to hear a few stories is fantastic, and it's always fun. I think that people like, you had Austin and Sid. They're a new wave. They're younger. They're a next generation stuff. But you had the Gods on here talking about
True story.
Talk about freaking iconic Columbus legends. Okay,
And
Mark
the day
Chatfield-
after Thanksgiving
Mark
this
Chatfield,
week.
Oh yeah. Oh
Are
really?
we're all.
Oh, yeah,
I
we're
think
going.
everybody in Columbus is going.
Yes, we're
I
going,
just
for
bought
sure.
2 more tickets today
Right.
because we got a little group and we need some more. So
That's
it's like,
right.
all
Go see them because it's
Yeah, it's gonna be
fantastic.
fun, man. And it's really a great example.
Keith Pickens and Chatfield, like, come
Steve
on.
Mitchell
Oh, dude, what? That guy?
and Sav Raimi
Oh, dude,
on the front.
fantastic guy.
You
That's
know,
someone. That's what I'd love
he's
to get
really,
to sing in the
he's
studio.
in a tough spot because there's a lot of people that really the original
Yeah, Eric Moore.
Eric
Yeah.
Moore.
It's like he's
iconic guy, but the thing is, Sav is a literal blood brother of Eric Moore.
I did not know that.
And if you listen to that God's podcast, he tells it from his voice, on that podcast episode, and it's a true story. And you'll hear Pickens and Chatfield make fun of him about the whole way through it. It's hilarious.
Well,
The thing is, it's all that DNA is all. It's all going to be a part of the show too, because there's always a nod to Eric Moore in their show.
without a
today.
doubt, they know the roots of what it was and the way things evolved, but. Certainly around here, like that's a huge. I mean, the Gods. Come on, you're not going to get better than that. And adding Julie Neal, you can't go wrong there. Fantastic.
Yeah, and she's responsible for that podcast episode. She really is. I mean, she's
She
been
made it happen?
instrumental. Absolutely. I mean, Mark doesn't know me from Adam. I'm just a guy, but he was here, with them. It was a great conversation. It was just a beautiful conversation.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a wealth of not only talent, but just a history of stories. Like you're probably what's crazy is you're at 130, but you probably have missed. Not only could you double up on more people that are on that list and get better stories and different stories, But you're probably missing out on tons of people, man. There's probably tons of musicians around here.
There's no question.
Yeah, it's ridiculous the amount of wealth we've had in talent from
And you know, it's really a podcast cannot be an interview of every person.
No, it's impossible. You'll never get them all.
We're going to get a sprinkling of some of the jewels out there, you know, that will be able to do some of that. For as long as people are interested in listening. And right now, it's a popular time too, because it's still a popular listen. A lot of regular listens out there, and across many countries. I think 33 countries.
Wow.
You know, regularly.
Wow.
It's awesome.
Well,
and so you're creating music with folks that you're, you know, reaching out to, hearing about, learning about, knowing about, witnessing. And of course they're musicians, so they want to get involved and they want to contribute and do the best they can. You know, is it branded anything, Patrick? Is it called like Steely Dan or something like that? What are we calling?
That is the final part. I do not have a final name for this project because it's so hard. Because I'm culling from so many different positions and so many different people. It's weird to try and put it into one thing, but it's certainly an Ohio thing. It's certainly made up of the talent that I've not only grown up watching and loving and seeing and cheering on, but from people like Sid, like Austin, like this next generation of hopeful musicians that we have coming up. Because with AI music and all this crazy stuff, we have no idea what live music will actually be in 10, 15, 20 years. You know, who knows?
I agree.
It's unfortunate, but I know this, that live music is something that can't be duplicated by AI. Improvisation, free form, changing because of feeling, getting goosebumps because of something that happened in the state. It's not going to happen if you're listening to an AI song. I don't believe it ever will. And so if nothing else, maybe all this boring, dry, computer-driven bullshit will make people long for something that gives them feelings and goosebumps. And I want people to go to concerts and get a semi-religious experience from the feeling of this band is playing from their heart, from their soul, and there's humanity to it. That's the only thing I can hope, because AI is fantastic. It's a great tool, and I'm glad people are using it. But I don't believe that AI should be taking over creative roles. I think AI should be doing physical, manual labor, and people should be writing poems and songs and painting. And we don't need robots to do that shit.
I agree, dude. I do. I have a job that is outside of music, and it's very much involved in AI and all that stuff. It's crazy what's happening,
and technology is amazing.
Yeah, and it's something, you know, I never really felt that art is something that should ever be controlled,
right?
In any way.
Oh no.
So the notion of standardizing and this, that, and the other, you know, if venues have certain standards, that's up to them to communicate them and leverage the resources of that, and maybe hopefully share what that stuff is, so that those that are involved in music can have an idea of what to do, you know. But there's no structure necessarily to these things. And there might be some that exist, but, you know, it's going to be reserved for folks that are, you know, professionally engaged to make it all happen and make it work, right?
What will happen is the giant corporations, the record labels, the companies will take AI and have it run songs through their stuff, basically steal people's original ideas and make new songs and formulate that out, you know, for eternity, I guess. But once again, you know, without any soul to it, I guess my hope is that live shows become a super important, dominant thing in a world where everything can just be printed out of AI. That you go to a concert and you go, you know, this was a different feeling. This was something fresh. This was something new, as opposed to something that's so predictable, something that's so safe. That's what I think. I think it's what record labels have always wanted, which is something safe. This is going to get played on the radio. It's going to get generated this. It's going to get that.
Sell a million.
It's going to sell a million. It's going to make us money. Whereas back in the day, people would, I think Frank Zappa told this story once where he said, back in the day, someone would come in and the guy would go, I don't know what the hell this band is, but I'll put it out. And if people like it, then they like it. It's like put stuff out. People might like weird stuff, but we're going to get to a point where you can't be weird because everything has to be perfect. Right. Everything has to be pop. Everything has to be in a certain format. But that's not creativity. That's not art at all. And if you got into music, hopefully you got into it to express yourself. And that's unfortunately the modern music is not going that way. It doesn't seem like it.
Doesn't seem like it, but at the same time, I applaud the fact that you're out there doing what you're doing.
Oh, I want to write. I want to make it fun, and I want to be creative. So if even if I don't work with somebody, even if I'm not specifically hands-on in a project with somebody, if someone else gets spurred on by hearing what's going on and decides they're going to put out their damn songs, that's the best I could hope for. I don't give it, it doesn't matter to me whether what I'm doing goes to someplace. What matters is that we start a trend of people being back to being creative, to being expressive, to not being afraid to step outside of, whatever's considered, the industry standard of you have to walk these lines. Music got so pop and so controlled that I don't believe that country music is country music anymore.
Right.
I think it's a big pop giant cookie cutter,
right.
And every damn song's the same song. And I'm pretty sure you can find videos on YouTube proving just that. Because of that, music is boring. I think a lot of pop music might be catchy and it might be fun to dance to, but 6 months later you're tired of it and it wears out. Okay, but I'm gonna get to a story. Many years ago, after my grandmother passed away, okay, unfortunately, all the people in the family got a little bit of money. I took mine and I backpacked through Europe. Okay.
Yeah.
Spent some time in London, spent some time in Amsterdam, spent some time around there. While in Italy, I get on a train, okay, and it must have been a field trip or something. It's during the daytime, and all these little Italian kids pour onto the trains, and they fill it up, and a kid in my car's got a little transistor radio, and he's flipping through stations, and then Yesterday by the Beatles comes on. And all these Italian kids pour into the aisle of the trains, and they all sing Yesterday in English. And I remember thinking, your parents might not have been alive when this song was written, and this is not your natural language. That's the power of music, right?
Right on.
There's not many things in this world like that. And so to steal a quote from Tom Petty, which is, music is the closest thing to magic I've ever seen in this world, and that's why. Because it doesn't matter that you speak my language. It doesn't matter that you've lived my experience. You can understand my emotion.
Oh, God, yeah.
And that's what music is to me.
Oh, God, yeah. Absolutely, man. Well said. Man. Yes, sir.
So you, as a player, switching from guitar to bass.
Oh, dude. Well, a couple reasons why that happened. I mean, I was having some real health issues, and I was winding down on like guitar with the band that I was in, like just and I was trying to be the catalyst to bail, but they wouldn't let me bail. So it kind of winded into what we did. We did a reunion show. We had great, just great gigs, great guys too, and I just was done with live performance, But you talk about music. And just remaining passionate, but I was again resolved with focusing on my health and just doing the podcast to stay engaged and maybe transitioned into podcasting with music some way somehow.
Right, keep your music in your life.
Then I met Gabrielle, did a podcast episode with her, and then a couple months later, she was really seriously looking for a bass player. And
fantastic singer. She's
a couple
fantastic.
people. I think Kelly Rush gets a lot of credit for maybe throwing my name out there, and
awesome.
I think that
Phoenix Rising, great
Beth.
band.
I think that absolutely, Great band. I think Beth, encouraged me to think about picking up the bass because I don't downplay the position, but it's not as visible out on bass player can get away on a bar stool, in a certain project with the drummer,
right?
Not as visibly as opposed to playing guitar,
right?
In a rock cover band, which I've been doing, up to that point, and bar stool is just not. Wouldn't sit well with me, But and I'm not always on the bar stool, but I have issues where I will fall over if I don't. If I'm not, I can't stand very long.
Right.
So the bands I'm in right now, they don't care. So picking up bass it's a completely different animal, as you are well aware. It's night and day because I am approaching it the way that Matt Stone instructed me, and that's as a bass player should approach it, and it's on the 60 megahertz scale of the frequency range of making things groove
right
with the drums.
It's a whole different thing than guitar. It is. You're looking for different things.
As a player of the guitar, I'm painting on the canvas that the drummer and the bass player provided, versus now I'm providing part of the canvas.
That's right. You're laying it down.
A big damn part of it, actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's a different thing, and it was more responsibility than I ever dreamt until I started to actually try to perform it. But big giant kudos, dude, to Matt Stone, my God, and then Sean Pruden's given me millions of tips.
Yeah.
And but a lot of other bass players in town, Guapo and I have talked about playing, and Todd Bettler and I have talked about playing.
Fantastic guy.
Richard Dell has given me some gear advice. Prudog,
freaking
best
underrated
stuff.
Yeah.
But,
Richard Dell's an underrated musician, fantastically talented person.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he's really great. Yeah, well, Sean and Matt, I know they probably ran you through the ringer there and gave you all the ins and outs of what you need to do. But the thing is, you have to just you have to do it. Yeah. You have to, and I'm 1 to 6 hours a day every day on the bass. Just doing exercises to get the feel of the instrument. It's all about feel on bass. 100%, and it's
because the audience is going to feel you.
Yeah, because you're
and the singer.
You're in your own frequency. No, I think the bass stands alone. I think it stands out. Yeah,
it's a lot of pressure, dude. It can be.
I played in Vinyl Sunshine, which is like a fairs and festivals band on Music Legends Live.
Is that still active?
I
wanted to ask you, but then I thought maybe I shouldn't ask.
Well, it's okay to ask, but since COVID really kind of messed things up, and then it never got back on track after that. I've held out hope, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. But in that band, I had to play guitar and bass and sing, and immediately, some keyboards too, actually. But what I recognized is that I can play the keys and sing, I can play the guitar and sing. Playing the bass and singing is probably the worst experience of my life, especially harmonies. I was like, oh man, yeah, bass is a different instrument and it's a different animal. And so I was just wondering how switching from a guitar to that, it's a whole different thing. But you went to like I said, you went to boot camp. You went and got Sean Pruden and Matt Stone to throw you.
Well, and then I did all the research on the gear, which is a whole nother link. Because I learned a lot about guitar gear, but then bass gear. Bass gets a bad rap. It's that people dumb it down, but I swear to God, it is so cerebral.
Oh yeah.
The whole show's in my, and I have very few notes. Gabrielle, I don't have any notes. I just have the set list. I just know the songs.
Right.
But then in others, there's a couple key areas because there's different arrangements to the the recording. But aside from all that, bass has healed me as a human. Okay, the experience of having that challenge at this time in my life with my improving health, it's a vehicle that allowed me to pursue it with a lot of energy.
Absolutely.
a ton of it, and I was and if you've
said
ever
6
had
hours
an
a day,
opportunity,
right? Yeah,
you've had an
dude.
opportunity to work with Gabrielle and sing with her. She's motivating in herself.
Oh, so soulful.
And so having the opportunity to
passionate
work not only with her but to help her, stabilize this project that she's got with at least a rhythm section and at least with players that she's enjoying and are all able, right, to pursue the goals that she wants to pursue.
It is such a hard thing.
It's hard to get.
It's so hard as a person out front to find people that fit into what you want to do.
She and I are pretty lockstep. To my knowledge, I think she would say the same. It's stressful though.
She's a very straightforward person, and she's a fantastic
delivery.
Her singing is great, but she's a wonderful person.
Agreed.
She's a very sweet person,
Agreed.
and I'm glad that you got in a situation like that.
Me too, brother.
Yeah, it worked out
it
great.
was really kind of. There was a lot of. I think like I said, I think Kelly Rush was in my corner. I think Beth was in my corner at the time, and Gabrielle, I think, had heard enough about me that she felt that she was willing to be patient. Because, dude, I sucked. It was so horrible. It was so. And look, I'm not saying that I'm good now. What I'm saying is I've improved.
You don't have to listen.
It is what it is.
Let me tell you. Okay, so when I went the very first recording that I told you I did with my brothers early on. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The engineer kind of turned me on to Eric Diaz, and I started working with Eric up in Akron. When I moved back to Columbus, my brothers had recorded at Moo Pigface Studio with Dan Boyd.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
I remember that from MySpace days.
They MySpace. Wow, you're going way back now. And they recorded a song of mine, and he asked them, like, "That's a great song. Whose is that?" And they were like, "This is our brother Patrick's." And so he's like, "Can I meet him?" And I go and hang out with this guy, and I believe the band was Funky Blue Brownie. This is how I met John Widener.
I love that
okay,
band.
so this is after I'd already met Eric, but Funky Blue Brownie is John Widener, Timmy Owings. Do you know Tim Owings?
I know the one-man band.
One-man band, guys,
Mr.
fantastic.
Led Zeppelin
Dude,
himself.
drummer, harmonica player, singer, guitar player.
Dave Kaufman
fantastic.
introduced me to him.
Fantastic. And then Todd Berry. Do you know Todd Berry on bass?
I know his name.
Oh, you should. Dude, you talking about a bass freaking. Oh, my. That guy's got it. Whatever it is, he's got it all day, every day. Fantastic bass player. They were called Funky Blue Brownie. And I came back and Dan said, "Hey, we're kind of in the middle of an album here, I think. And, maybe you could help us write some songs." And I started working on some songs. And then that band broke up. Things happened. I don't even know what happened. I don't even believe I ever jammed with them.
There was probably a girl in there somewhere.
Well, you're probably right there, buddy. Not too far off. I'd written some songs and done some recording there, and then it was like, I don't know, maybe a year and a half. This has been 2005 or 6, maybe. He calls me up and says, "I'm in a project with some fantastic people, and our keyboard player is moving to San Diego. And I'd love to have you come in and play." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm just not that good of a keyboard player. I don't know that I can do this." And he goes, "It's okay. All these songs are already written, and most of them are already recorded. We have one new song that you'd have to play some keys on or whatever, but the rest is." He's like, "These are really talented people. Trust me, you're gonna love this." And I'm like, "Okay." Well, this project was called the Fabulous Martini Brothers.
Oh, dude.
Okay, so Tommy Gianakis, I believe the original singer of Shock 2. Also, the band Mad Moxie, who went out to Los Angeles with Shane Hunter. I don't know if you know Shane. Plays with Mick Davis and the Rolling Stones.
So cool.
Yeah, the tribute there out in Los Angeles. But they had written some songs, and Tommy was coming in to do this album. He's got Gil Graham from Saddleback Shark, who played with Rob Johnson and John Homan. It had Randy Going. Do you know Randy Going?
I know that name.
Please, he's out at Buckeye Lake all the time.
Right
a fantastic person. Dan Boyd was on drums. Tommy Gianakis was singing, and Steve Mitchell was the lead guitar player when I came into the band.
So you played with all these guys?
Well, I was like 26, maybe 25, but I only started playing at 21. I started so late, and here
Dude,
these guys who
I
were,
started late. You didn't start late.
well, I'm just saying these guys
Compared
were all
to
like
them,
so
yeah.
established. Every time I talk about feeling, you were talking about feeling uncomfortable on bass, but it's like to me, I'm like every time I'm behind the 8 ball there,
Yep.
and I just felt it was like so much, of a pressure experience. But the truth is, those guys were all unbelievably elite in that project. Unfortunately, God rest his soul, Tommy passed away before it got released. And so while the project got put out, there was only one show, and it was a tribute to Tommy, and Tim Owings sang lead and filled in for Tommy. But Steve Mitchell, Gil Graham, Dan Boyd, Randy Going, Tommy Johns, and like I said, Timmy Owings filling in for him. Those guys all, they made a fantastic album that never really got released. And, it got released, but it didn't get pushed. There was no follow up.
Kind of floating out
It's kind of floating out there, and I think you should dig into some of that, buddy. I think
I will, brother.
I think that's a fantastic
No
album.
doubt
You should
about
dig in
it.
because
Get it out.
There's a lot of people involved in that all have probably different perspectives of that project. I came in the last 3 or 4 months before Tommy passed away, but they had worked on that, for most of the year before I joined them.
That body of work has got to be so cool.
I literally walked in I went up to Akron to make a band with Eric after the studio experience at Immortal Production, and I came back to Columbus and walked into that kind of situation. And once again, it was like, I even knew then, even though I didn't know those guys, I knew in the room, oh my God, Steve Mitchell was fantastic, dude.
Man, I know.
There's a song him and Tommy wrote called BMF. It's Bad Motherfucker, from Pulp Fiction, The Wallet.
Yeah.
My wallet's the one that says BMF, Bad Motherfucker, right?
That's the name of the song.
And Tommy, that's the name of the song, and it's fantastic. And Tommy wrote these lyrics and came up with it, and he told Steve Mitchell about it. And Steve Mitchell does this freaking chicken picking hot country. It's badass.
Yeah, he's
dude.
a boogie player.
He's a boogie player. But all those guys, Gil and Dan and Randy, those are fantastic players. And Tommy was a great songwriter. And a lot of those songs were written before with Shane Hunter. Even though Steve and those guys didn't write them, they added on and did their thing. But I believe Shane Hunter wrote most of those with Tommy. But yeah, if you did a story on that, you'd have a whole bunch of stuff.
Man, I would love to. I want to revisit that. But I want to talk to Steve Mitchell about that too. Steve and I spent a lot of time together, actually. It's pretty cool. He's got the best damn stories, man. He's very inspirational.
He is. And you know what? When they talk about...
I'm grateful.
When they talk
grateful
about
for
stuff
that
being
time.
in your hands as a musician, Steve has got it in his hands, right?
Oh my God.
That's why he doesn't need a bunch of bells and whistles. He doesn't need to hide.
No.
He doesn't need to hide behind a bunch of stuff. He just got soul, and it just pours out. But that's what I'm talking about. There's so many fantastic players.
Drowsy's like that.
I can't wait. Okay, I'm jumping the gun here, but I'd love to record one with Steve. I'd love to work. There's a lot of guys around town who I look at and I go, oh my, he's got it just oozing out of him. And so I know that not only does he have chops and riffs, but this guy's got songs in his soul that he should let out, man. Steve Mitchell's a fantastic player. Dave Crouch, Dave.
I do. I love Dave.
That dude is one of the most amazing frontmen I've ever seen.
He really is.
I mean, Mick Jagger definitely pretty much puts everybody else to shame. If you see him do that, you're just like, all the Rolling Stones just cut him out of your set because you're not going to do him as good as that guy. But what it really is that Dave has...
He's got swagger, dude.
He's got charisma, buddy. He's got swagger.
He's on. When he's on, he's on. And you know what? I think Di Bader is a really positive influence in his life. She's a very supportive person, like Beth is to me. Like when I see her out, I'm like,
amen.
It's awesome, bro. And same with you here.
Yeah,
with
100%. It's the best relationship I've ever had in my life. Someone who supports and understands how crazy I am as a musician, and she tolerates my nonsense.
That's important.
Yeah, but like Dave, if you're playing Leon's Garage, that guy owns it. What's this bar that they played in Grove City, babe?
Oh, Planks.
Planks.
Yeah, dude, he owns Planks.
Dude,
yeah.
you're sitting in people's laps.
I know.
You're sitting. That's the smallest bar ever to put. I can't believe they fit a band in there. And Dave walks around there like he's David Lee Roth in that place, and he freaking is pretty much. Like I love Jackass Genius. Martin, yeah. They're awesome. Those guys are all great.
They are, and it's cool too that they were the first QFM house band in the Hot Lucy.
Well, we might be the last. I don't know. They might have. Hopefully, they have one next year.
Let's hope.
I pray that they keep it going because what we need is more of this. We need more leaning into local musicians and getting away from DJs and karaoke.
I agree.
And stuff like that.
I agree because I think it's going to boil down to AI or live stuff like what you do.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I'm hoping.
A lot of us do.
I'm hoping that's what we're hoping for is that
Yeah.
people come out and they get the vibe and they get the feeling from it that you can't get from playing something that's so robotic and so safe. Like I said, I think live music is what makes people want to leave their house, because otherwise you can just sit at home and listen to the album. You can listen to the YouTube video and watch it all. Hey Siri, play this. That's it. If you come out, you want something good. You want something that's from the heart. At least I hope.
Yeah, me too. But I think a lot of folks that are fans of live music, that's why they're there. That's why they're there. It's why and you're giving it to them.
Well, we're all giving it to them. That's the thing. That's the thing about all these musicians. It's a stupid hard. It's an uphill battle these days, to be honest. After COVID, so many great venues left, and so we lost so much opportunity. Like there were, to the point where it almost kind of did get back to bands competing with each other for gigs, but we still haven't got cutthroat. I mean, I do appreciate that we have a bunch of sweet people in our community that are still not, trying to backstab or manipulate.
I think there's so much demand that there's a lot out there for everybody. There's bands that want to be booked 52 times a year or 62 times a year, and then there's other bands. Like in my case, I'm happy with a dozen gigs a year, dude. Like that's all my life can handle, or 20, or whatever it becomes.
Yeah,
but
I'm trying to gig 7 days a week, if I'm being honest.
And you know what? If I could, I would. I'd love to do that.
Well,
and the thing is with all of the open mics, with the jams like the ones that you host, like with some of the, people can go out.
Oh yeah,
and
shout out
see
Traditions
these.
Tavern, the open stage jam every Tuesday, coming out. JT Henry, a fantastic bar owner. He owns Bull Shots. He also owns Bobcats out in Athens. But that guy is fantastic. He's bringing in bands. He's building stages. He's trying to bring in sound systems. He's doing all the things to encourage live music to come back. So I'm
JT.
The JT. That's the reason. The only reason I do that jam is because JT. Because I see how much he loves and supports local music, and when he asks me, hell yes, I'm going to say yes every time, because we need more people like that. Like I said, unfortunately, it just seems like it's getting further and further and harder.
But you do.
Dude, I have fun, and thank you for coming out and jamming.
I do, and you got to understand too. I don't try to be a pain in the ass. A lot of times,
you're a bass player now, so it's just part of the job.
I'll do stuff to try to lighten you up a little bit because you're so intense, and I think it backfires sometimes, and you're just like, man, this guy's just got to sit down. So I eventually do.
To be honest, man, when you come up to the jam, you never know what you're gonna get.
Right.
But so many freaking times, I am fucking pleasantly surprised, because what ends up happening is
I've always had a blast, dude.
A little bit of magic, right?
Oh, God,
It doesn't have to be the whole song cover to cover. It's got to be that 10, 20, 30 seconds of holy shit, these guys are just doing great. It makes it worth it for me every time. That's why it doesn't matter to me specifically if someone's a brand new player or someone who's been playing for fucking 50 years.
Yeah.
If you get up there and you can make some magic happen, I'm all in on it, man.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of times new guys who don't know what the hell they're doing will do some shit, and someone will be like, that's exactly wrong, but let me write it down real quick because I'm going to do that later. And so the diversity of people who are extremely experienced and someone who might not be have any stage experience at all makes it every time a crapshoot. And
It
so
is a crapshoot. And let me give you an example,
it's
dude.
fun.
And you
It's
may or
fun.
may not
You're
even
walking
be
the high wire.
aware of this, though. But like for someone like me who's just really pretty new on bass, and but I've been playing guitar for, I don't know, 30 years or whatever.
Yeah,
And
you
not
got
always
foundation.
out, but I do have experience out on stage
got
and
foundation,
stuff.
yeah.
And but it's the foundation too that obviously has helped me. And the thing what I'm getting at too is your jam, for example, I find myself plugged into Mike Rock's rig
Right.
with my own guitar, my own bass guitar. But, Gabrielle's song, and I work with Gabrielle and her cover band, and so the songs I typically know. But then I find myself with like Grant Gilkey on guitar. I mean,
Fantastic
I love
player.
Grant. I love to go see Grant play. He's a
Great guy,
hero, a guitar
fantastic
player.
player. And if someone comes up and plays Stevie Ray Vaughan or Joe Satriani, he's got it in his bag.
Yeah,
man.
he does.
Fantastic. Mike Rock, there's 5, 6, 7 songs a night. Someone goes, I'm going to play a song, and Mike Rock doesn't know it, and he plays them with it, and you couldn't tell he doesn't know it. It's because those guys have it in them.
Yeah.
Grant and Mike, they're fantastic.
And they got great ears.
They got great ears, and they can play by feel, and they can wing it, and they can make up their own thing. Just
It's
great
just a
players.
treat to talk with these guys, and learn, and then you get feedback from them on what you're doing.
Well,
it's great.
You can express yourself in a way and know that those guys can fit underneath of what you're doing. It's not a situation of you having to keep up with them. They're not being
No, they're
holding you to
augmenting.
some.
Everyone's serving the song.
They're serving the song. And so when the lead singer comes up and he plays the song at half speed of what the song they know, guess what those guys do? They
Fall
play it
in
at
line.
freaking half speed.
Right.
And like not a lot of musicians would do that. They'll play, that's how the song goes. No, not Grant and Mike. They freaking follow. They're fantastic at being in the moment and using their ear and their wits to get them through a song. And so many times, not only do they not know the song, but they don't even the key. Like someone's just calling out something, and they follow it. Yeah, Tuesdays at Traditions is definitely a great jam.
Absolutely, and I can personally say it's a great time.
Thank
and
you,
you never
buddy.
know who's going to show up.
Oh, we have Jimmy Tolan from
great
the Lonely
people.
Ones come out one night. Man, you got to be kidding me. We had no idea he was coming. We've had, of course, Gabrielle and you. Okay, you guys have come out to the jam.
Megabeth.
Oh, Megabeth, come on. She's out here kicking ass.
But great, yeah, Grant. You got Ron.
I wonder if,
All kinds of people.
I wonder if there was in my mind, a way to get all those people. Like, that's the thing about the Barn Jam. I wish I could get all the Tuesday people together at one event. Because it's a Tuesday night and it's so hard to get people out. And so you get a handful here. You get a spatter here. You get some people here. You get it. But like, it's not even been, I don't think it's been 8 months since we've been doing that jam. Maybe 6 months, maybe. I'm not sure. It's not been very long. But the vast variety of fantastic freaking players we've had come out, from everything from metal to blues and country, it makes it fun every week. I would love to get them all. I'd love to have them, I could, every night, but can't do it. You got to squeeze everybody into 4 hours. And
It's once a week too, though, man.
oh yeah, on Tuesdays. Come on, man. Tuesdays are tough. But the thing is, every week we get somebody who's like, oh, we didn't see this guy coming. We didn't know this. We've had some fantastic players show up. Some very young kids.
Cool.
Mateo Chavez, a young guitar player, singer, fantastic player, showed up. We've had old school people. We've had Barry Katz. Remember
I love Barry Katz. I've jammed with Barry like 20 years ago.
So the Blues Cats, that's Barry's
Right
band.
on.
We've had them come up on our stage. Like I said, we've had Jimmy Toland from the Lonely Ones. So like, you just never know what the hell you're gonna get, and to me, that makes it fun every night.
Does Ron Duncan, does he ever show up and sing?
Yes, he has. I don't know that he's sang, but Ron Duncan does show up.
Trying
What
to
a
get him.
legend!
I'm trying to get him.
Southside legend. I love that
I do
freaking guy.
too.
Grew up in the Meadows. That dude. I'm
He
serious.
sings like a choir
Dude,
boy.
he owns Obet's. That is his place. He every year at the Zucchini Fest he does the national anthem, dude, and it's fantastic. I've never seen him not blow the doors off of it every time. That's the thing. Like with Hot Lucy, twice. I'm not sure what years this would have been. 22, maybe. 22 and 23, we got to open for Great White and Winger.
Right, I remember that.
Both of those shows at Zucchini Fest, Ron comes out and sings the national anthem, and like it's
Brought the house down.
crazy when he hits the last note and he holds it forever. Land of the free. He's like, that's like, oh my god, and it's like, yeah, I'm trying to jam with that guy anytime I can. Right there, he's always like, Patrick, you're a great singer. I'm like, dude, I'll sing backup, man. Come fucking sing, dude. That guy's got pipes in him.
Man.
Dude,
I know.
So Phil Hartley, you know Phil?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic guy.
Beth and I, we just went out and saw his new band, Bone.
Yes,
Here's
but so
Phil
I'm not sure. He's filling in. I'm not sure if he's
Filling
totally in
in,
there.
gotcha.
Let me tell you what, buddy.
Killer drummer.
Absolutely, because Hot Lucy plays a bunch of Van Halen, Ozzy, Led Zeppelin, 80s kind of hard rock stuff, right? And then you got DRS playing the 60s and 70s kind of
Jam.
And Phil fills in for both of those bands because he can play it all, man.
I know, man.
Dude's got pocket. Dude's got feel. Dude's got balls on the drums. Him and Sean Pruden are like freaking. They're great together.
They are great
and
together.
it's like they don't play together. He just shows up and fills in. He's filled in twice, I believe, maybe 3 times for Hot Lucy.
It's interesting.
He's filled in for DRS too. And it's like there's very few people I trust as much as Phil on drums because, just like, once again, he reaches into his bag of tricks and he's got them all. He's a fantastic player, and you know, so that guy comes up to the Tuesday jams, and every single time it's special, man. It's special when you get players like that.
Oh gosh, yes, absolutely. And that's a great jam that you're doing, man.
You know,
And you run it really well.
I try my best, but the truth is, it's hard.
Yeah,
It's hard to try and figure out because sometimes it's about building a band for somebody. Sometimes it's easy. People can just plug in and play with Mike
Right.
and Grant and Sean Hutchinson, our house drummer, and just jam some stuff, and that's great. But then there's people that are very specific at what they do. And so it's like you got to try and build a band for people. And that's probably the trickiest part because if you don't know somebody or know what they do, you're putting them in, you know. But, you know, hosting a jam is like, it's like herding feral cats. And you're just trying to get everybody together
Well,
and
you
go,
wanna keep
hey,
it-
everybody look right here. Attention span this long, but you know, you're trying to pull them all
Keep it
together.
fun.
You want to keep it fun, but you want to keep everybody. I want everybody to play.
Yeah, and let the people that have goals reach those goals, right?
100%.
Yeah.
If you show up, I want you to play and
Right.
get what you wanted to get out of it.
Right.
It's hard. It's hard to
Yeah, for me, I'm
please
not there
or
for
appeal
an
to a lot of
agenda,
people.
but I'm there to play with other people to get better.
Well, you did great because
it's- yeah.
you played with Gabrielle and did your guys' set, but you also stayed up there for 2 other sets.
Oh, yeah.
And you jammed.
Oh, yeah,
And see,
yeah.
and guess what? That's like being thrown.
I love it.
That's how I got put into music. It's feel like you get thrown in the deep end. You're like, I don't know that song, but I'm going to follow it, right?
It's an A.
That's exactly. It's an A.
Put the pop to the 5 or the 4. What are we doing? Right?
Yeah, exactly. But
I'll get it.
But exactly. But that's the thing is like you're walking a high wire and there's no net, and so what happens is sometimes we got a little boo boo there, but guess what? Sometimes you go, wow, that was freaking fantastic.
Oh,
And that's
or a train wreck occurs and then it recovers in a cool way, and no one knows any different, but all the musicians are going, "Whoa, that was cool!"
dude. Trainwreck was going to be my next band name because that's what happened. So it's like Trainwreck, son of a. But no, seriously, the thing about the jam is that you let people be themselves, and as the host, I try my best to put people together that I go, who they are works together.
Right.
That's the hardest part. Other than that, it's a lot of times it's very easy because people show up and you go, oh, I know this guy. He can do this. He can do that. He can do that. But it's usually new people and trying to get people. It's hard as a new player to come out to a place and see somebody like Grant Gilkey or Mike Rock. You know, see somebody like Phil Hartley, to see somebody. If you're a drummer and you show up and Rick Martellino is a drummer there, you might be intimidated. And that's the exact opposite of what an open stage should be. It should never be intimidation. It should always be, welcomed.
It's very forgiving.
It's forgiving. There's no judgment. There's zero judgment.
Totally agreed and witnessed by me. I mean, it's a very open, very supportive environment.
I know that, when you take the stage, you're trying your best to serve the song and to play what's needed there. But being able to put yourself, even if it's just a small part, a little bit of Lynn on bass, of Patrick on vocals, like being myself.
Yep.
Even if I'm singing a Led Zeppelin song, and I love Robert Plant, I can't explain how much I love that stuff. I'm not Robert Plant.
Right.
I'm Patrick.
Right. You sing it like
and
Patrick.
So I'm singing the part. I'm trying to sing some Robert Plant stuff, but guess what? There's Patrick in there all night long. Because if it wasn't for that, I have no need to do music. I'm expressing myself, and that's the best thing about all these projects I'm doing. So, the Nameless project, I'm still coming up with. I got to figure that. It's too many great people. But the project with Jason Levitt, okay, with Rob Johnson, with Davey McCandlish, with Jimmy Roseberry, with both Joe Veers and Richard Dell. I have Richard Dell on a song also playing some bass. He does a fantastic job of singing harmonies and playing bass. And in that project, I want all of those guys to be themselves. And I've laid out a song and I have an idea and it's a template of something. But at no point am I cutting anybody's, I'll say legs instead of balls. But at no point am I cutting anybody off, because what I want for them to do is express themselves. Now, if they go too far and it doesn't fit the song, well, I think we'll all see that. And if they don't give enough, I think we'll all see that too.
Yeah.
But what I really want is for them to be their authentic selves in the moment. And so, this new project, whatever the hell it's called, it's a lot of fun because I'm working with people that are outside of my normal circle, which, by the way, like I said, I'm blessed. Hot Lucy, DRS, fantastic musicians.
Absolutely.
Fantastic people. I'm so lucky to do that. But to step outside of that and to work with bands and people that I love and enjoy their company and enjoy their talent, it's made this so fun for me. So Sid Alexis, that's the next project coming up. It's going to be great. I got a country song for my girl over here. She's a country fan. I got a country song. I'm going to get some musicians together for that. And I have several more ideas for some very special people that I'm hoping. So far, it seems yes, but it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, so
until it happens,
it
happens, it's so hard. But the things that have happened
cool,
so far
brother.
have been fan-freaking-tastic,
Oh my
man.
gosh, that's awesome.
So DRS, our new single, That Look.
That look.
Yeah, this is maybe 17, 18 years old. It's an old song of mine. And I played it years ago with Eric Diaz, current DRS drummer, who toured with Hot Tuna for years. We've had this song and we've worked on it, and early on he always told me, this is a great song. This is something we got to do. Like, this is something we got to finish out and do. So with DRS, this was really the first song that we decided, okay, we're going to put this damn song out. And Keith Blair and John Widener both did a fantastic job. You got Jimmy Droz actually takes the guitar solo in the middle there. He does a great job of just understanding the pace and the depth. Well, not even noodling through, just almost like soaking in the feel of it, and then just playing.
Man,
he does such a great job. I feel lucky that those guys have all been part of this.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, as an original songwriter, all you can hope is that the people you're playing with not only like the stuff that you do, but that when they play it, that you feel this kind of enthusiasm, this kind of chemistry, and so I hope that we get to keep doing this and write more songs and do more stuff. But regardless, I have umpteen ideas, including songs that since you put me on the spot, I'll go ahead and squeeze you in on one.
Stop.
But I'm definitely working with Beth back here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Me and Beth are going to make a song.
She'll be able to make time. She's retired.
Make a song about
Right.
Bless her
make a
heart.
song about being in a relationship with a bass player. Talk about heartbreak.
What does that mean? It's the guitar players, not and the vocalists, not the bass players, is it? What is it about bass players? What am I missing?
Dude,
Okay, I'm true to my girl. Period. But you tell me what the deal is.
you don't want to know. The truth is,
They're ignored.
no
one knows their name. No one knows they're even in the band. What the hell they're doing when they're playing on those strings?
Listen,
They're driving the bus, man.
okay, so
Tired
no,
of
so I'm gonna go ahead and just tell you that it seems like as a bass player, the magic is in being invisible. Invisible.
Yeah.
Because when you're grooving and you're locked in with the drums and you're locked in with the guitar, people always notice a stupid singer. I'm sorry, dude. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
We're out front running around like David Lee Roth, looking like a
That's all
bunch
they're
of
paying
jackass.
attention
People
to.
are looking at
The
this guy
singer
going,
and the guitar player. Doing
people are trying to
solo.
guess what drugs the singer's on or whatever when he's running around like an idiot. And then they're always looking at the guitar player when he's got his pants so tight that his bulge is just sticking out there and he's shredding a 11-minute solo. And then they're like, look at this drummer, dude. He's fucking banging away. It's like,
Throwing sticks.
dude, the bass player's just hiding in the background, just laying it all down, unloved.
Watching
but,
the right foot of the drummer.
but carrying the whole goddamn night every time, dude. It's ridiculous.
I know.
It's unfair, dude.
I don't know about that. I mean,
The only
it's
bass
fun.
players that get noticed are the ones that are terrible. Like, like Nicky Six. That guy can't play to save his life, but people are like, look at Nicky Six. No, don't look at Nicky Six. Don't do that. But I think that having a guitar player, a rhythm guitar player's mentality, and then coming to bass, I think what you have is an approach that goes, what would I want as a guitar player underneath me? And so instead of thinking necessarily like, oh, I'm going to over.
Well, honestly, bass. For me, I'm more concerned with the drummer.
Right.
I'm a concert with the right foot, and then the snare. Anything what I call the snare hands. So you got boom cha, boom cha. It's boom dut dut boom dut boop. Whatever little poppy notes, or whatever the melody might get augmented with. But I'm not thinking about guitar when I'm playing bass.
So.
I'm thinking about percussion and groove.
Right. You're
How,
trying to
what am I feeling? Well,
in the
but when
basement.
you're doing covers, there's only so much room you have
right. You're
with
falling-
adjusting. But when I write stuff, it's all about the bass line. It's going to be different than the melody. It's going to be different than what I would do on guitar. It's what's the movement that's going to serve the song. And it could serve the actual mood
100%.
of the lyrics.
So-
or it could be just the rhythm of the drums that you have to augment.
So
It depends.
So when DRS was recording That Look, there was a period during one of the I guess second, maybe third take, where Mike Rock recognized there was something about his fill that he did not like, and he went in there and touched up and punched in one fill. But there's something about the bass where absolutely you are carrying the load because you're balancing between following the drums and laying down what the guitars play on. It's a lot, man.
It is a lot.
It's a lot, but I'm glad that I'm glad that you got a situation here where you're like, oh, not only are you learning and enjoying what you're doing, but you're flourishing.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
You got Gabrielle. She's fan-freaking-tastic.
She is
man.
a lot of
what
fun.
What an
Her
amazing
show
front
is
person.
fun. But here's the other thing that you may not know is I work with a second group. I work with Ty Barnes in the
Oh,
Tim,
that's right.
in the Tim Farrell
doing
band.
country stuff, right?
It's not country.
What is
there
it?
are a couple country songs in it, but it's more. I describe it as A little bit of yacht rock with 70s AM radio hits. So you got America, Eagles, Little River Band, James Taylor,
Fantastic.
like that stuff.
Fantastic.
It's different approach to the bass, right?
Every time. That's the best thing about music. That's what I was saying. So, we talked about Vinyl Sunshine a little bit, which is kind of defunct from Music Legends Live. Is kind of been on a long hiatus. But I was playing, Three Dog Night and the Partridge Family, and getting to sing and play stuff like that. And then in Hot Lucy, I'm doing Van Halen and Ozzy Osbourne all night. And then DRS, I'm playing, Santana, exactly, and the Allman Brothers. And it's like, the versatility in music is what makes it fun and fresh. I can honestly say that I love classical songs and I like country songs. And there's not a lot in between that I don't really care. I mean, there might be a bunch of stuff that I don't care for, but as far as in styles, I love music. I love good songs. Yeah. And so I can listen to anything if it's got something to say and something real. As a musician, when you're creating, it's like leaning into what you don't necessarily know, but what you feel. And
totally.
Totally. So sometimes you can let go and trust that I don't know where I'm going, but something good might happen here. And so feel can lead the way, even if you don't know. That's why you can be, able to play in a funk band and a country band. And that's why you can play in a rock band and a punk band and whatever, because music, the language of it just transitions everything. And so, like I said, I'm lucky to play with so many talented people and to know so many people that are not there for the glamour reasons. They're not there for money or drugs or women or any of that silly shit. That they're there for like creativity and expression and love of music. And yeah, right here in our town, we got a ton of those freaking people. All the bands, Clubber Lang, Long Play, Phoenix Rising, Distorted Silence, Toast, fantastic freaking jam band. Okay, I love those guys. They kill it all the time. You got,
and there's other scenes too.
Well, there's a ton of scenes. There's great Cowtown music. You got that stuff. You get original bands that are like Austin and Sid. You get the beat downs. You get there's a whole variety of bands all around town. And so, if you're not going out and seeing live music, you're missing a lot of people that are out there putting their heart and soul into it. And it's definitely, to me, that's the best part about Columbus, is that you get a variety of people that really play from the heart. That's probably
and
the best
Patrick, and you're pulling a lot of these people playing from the heart, and you're collaborating with them, and you're creating. So you've got this single.
Yep. From that look from DRS, it's our new single. We recorded
Dirty Red Sunshine.
Dirty Red Sunshine, yes sir. We recorded it at Sonic Lounge Studio with Joe Veers, engineer. He does a fantastic job. So this is Keith Blair on organ, John Widener on slide guitar, Jimmy Droz on lead guitar, Eric Diaz on drums, Mike Rock on bass. I'm singing and playing the piano on this one. It was a lot of fun, and pretty much every time I get together with the guys from DRS, I never know what I'm gonna get, but I always have a good time.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Studio was no different.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Studio was no different. It was.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. They're. It's like, we're pulling stuff out and we're jamming. So. Dude, I had such a great time. Thank you so much for having me here, Lynn. I appreciate it, brother.
Patrick, it's always fun to see you, but many times it's at one of your gigs, right? And you're busy and you're doing your thing. It's hard to sit down.
Or
and talk.
your gigs. I've been out to see you guys multiple times.
Or a mega, wherever, somewhere. Yes. Liquor Talking, one of the projects, or wherever. It's one of these other bands. It's awesome. But I'm glad to hear the collaboration too. And do you want to have this song as part of this episode?
Dude, I would love
we're
to.
gonna do
If
that.
you could attach this song to the end of the
We're gonna
episode and
do
let
that.
everybody hear that,
Some
that'd be
people could
fantastic.
go hear it.
Yeah, That Look by DRS.
What are the plans though for media release? Because I'd like to point to that
100%.
to get the credits or whatever.
It was supposed
Where
to
it
be
belongs.
released. It was supposed to be released in early December, but there's been some delay in the letdown on CD Baby. So it seems like January 2nd will be the actual release date of That Look. It will be on all streaming platforms: Spotify, SoundCloud.
Yeah, and when that happens, we'll modify this episode description. But in the meantime, they can listen to it at the end of this podcast.
Please do. Please attach it to the end. That'd be awesome, Lynn. I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, man, absolutely. We'll do that. We can do a lot of things.
My guy.
Patrick, thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, Lynn.
130.
And Beth, thank you so much for being sweet and letting us hear, guys. We appreciate you for entertaining us.
Gallery. Oh, thank you, dude. I mean, the insights you've shared and everything you do here in Columbus is phenomenal. Love you, brother. Thank
Love
you.
you too, man. Thank you much,
All right,
buddy.
episode number 130. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.